The whispers started quietly, almost like a secret passed from one fan to another in the stands, a ripple of excitement that few dared to say out loud at first. But soon, those whispers grew into a roar that echoed from Vancouver's Pacific shores to the bustling streets of Toronto. Could Canada really steal the World Cup spotlight from the U.S.? The possibility seemed both thrilling and improbable. The idea was electrifying. Canada, the perennial underdog, suddenly at the center of a footballing coup that no one saw coming. It was a moment that captured the imagination of a nation. Suddenly, the narrative shifted. The 2026 FIFA World Cup, once seen as an American-led event, was now rumored to be a Canadian spectacle. With the world's eyes turning northward, American fans who had dreamed of finals in iconic cities like Los Angeles or New York were left stunned, forced to look north with disbelief and a touch of envy as their expectations were upended. For Canadians, the story tapped into a deep, long-held desire to step out of America's shadow and finally host the world's biggest party on their own terms. It was more than just soccer. It was about national pride. It was a fantasy of Canada shedding its polite, reserved stereotype for something bold, ambitious, and unapologetically confident. A chance to show the world a new side of the country. Media speculation and political friction only added fuel to the fire, with every confident Canadian statement seen as a power play, and every American response scrutinized for signs of panic or concession. The rumor mill churned out endless what-ifs, captivating fans on both sides of the border. Debates raged in bars, online forums, and living rooms as everyone tried to predict what would happen next. But as with most great stories, the truth was far more complex, layered with ambition, rivalry, and the unpredictable nature of global sport. The reality, it's far more collaborative and historic than some headlines suggest. The 2026 World Cup is a landmark collaboration, not a Canadian takeover. It's a partnership built on shared vision, resources, and a love for the game that transcends borders. From the very beginning, it was a united bid, Canada, the U.S., and Mexico coming together to share hosting duties and responsibilities, each bringing something unique to the table. This marks the first time in history that three countries have co-hosted the World Cup, spreading matches across North America and creating a truly continental celebration of soccer. The U.S. will host the majority of games, including all knockout rounds from the quarterfinals onward, thanks to its vast stadium infrastructure and experience with mega events. Canada and Mexico will each host select group stage matches, a core part of the winning bid that ensures fans in all three countries get to experience the World Cup up close. The expanded 48-team format made joint hosting not just practical, but necessary. No single country could easily accommodate such a massive tournament alone. By sharing the load, the tournament reaches more fans, energizes more cities, and sets a new standard for sustainable mega events in the future. Canada isn't an understudy suddenly thrust into the lead. It's a key member of the ensemble, playing a vital role in the World Cup's success. Toronto and Vancouver are integral to the celebration, hosting matches that will showcase Canadian cities to the world, and Canada's men's team automatically qualifies for the tournament. The excitement is real, the anticipation is building, but the so-called heist is pure fiction. This is about unity, not rivalry. Canada is a full, deserving partner in this historic World Cup, helping to write a new chapter in the story of global soccer. So why did the Canadian takeover rumors catch fire? What made this story so irresistible that it dominated headlines and social feeds for weeks? The answer lies in a perfect storm of political drama and relentless media hype, each feeding off the other in a cycle that was impossible to ignore. In late 2025, U.S. politics reached a boiling point. President Trump, never one to shy away from controversy, threatened to pull World Cup matches from major cities like San Francisco and Boston over heated policy disputes with local officials. The world watched as the drama played out on live TV. This very public rift cracked the United Bid's carefully crafted facade, and suddenly, speculation was everywhere. If U.S. cities dropped out, would Canada be ready to step in and save the day? Canada's reputation for stability, its world-class cities, and its passionate soccer fans made it an appealing alternative in the eyes of both the media and the public. The idea of Canada hosting more matches seemed plausible, even exciting. Social media exploded with debate. Canadian fans cheered the possibility, while Americans vented their frustration at the political chaos unfolding at home. The rumor mill spun faster with every tweet and post. The drama and confusion overshadowed the reality. This was never a planned heist, just a whirlwind of uncertainty and speculation fueling wild theories. The 24-hour news cycle amplified every offhand comment, turning even the smallest hint of possibility into breaking news and bold headlines. What started as a domestic U.S. dispute quickly became a global talking point, magnified by the World Cup's massive international stage and the passions it inspires. Yet despite all the noise, no official statements from FIFA or the Canadian Soccer Association ever supported the rumor. The facts simply didn't match the frenzy. But in the end, repeated enough times, the myth of a Canadian World Cup heist took on a life of its own. Proof that in the world of sports and politics, perception can become reality almost overnight. Amid the noise, one authority stood firm: FIFA. FIFA alone decides World Cup venues, not politicians. When Trump threatened U.S. host cities, FIFA and organizers stayed calm. Preparations continued, undistracted. Host city committees, like New York, New Jersey's, express confidence in the tournament's stability. FIFA relies on governments for security, but operational decisions are theirs alone. Host cities were chosen years in advance after rigorous evaluation. Changing venues last minute would be a logistical nightmare, only possible before the final draw in December 2025. The World Cup is a multi-billion-dollar enterprise. Sponsors and broadcasters demand stability. FIFA's firm stance reminded everyone, the World Cup isn't swayed by political theatrics. The drama made headlines, but the real power remains in Zurich. The business of the World Cup is bigger than any single leader's threats. For Canada, co-hosting the World Cup is a watershed moment. It's the first time men's World Cup matches will be played on Canadian soil, a huge leap for a hockey-dominated nation. The automatic qualification of the men's team ignites national pride and inspires a new generation. Investment in infrastructure and youth development is already surging. Heroes like Alphonso Davies and coach Jesse Marsh give Canadian soccer new credibility. The tournament is a global showcase. Billions will see Canada's cities, landscapes, and spirit. Economic benefits are massive, with billions in tourism and sponsorship expected. It's a coming-of-age story. Canada is no longer just a participant, but a true host on the world stage. The rumor storm sparked passionate reactions from fans and officials alike. Canadian fans were thrilled at the idea of hosting more games, eager to show the world their party spirit. American fans, meanwhile, were frustrated, not at Canada, but at their own political drama threatening the event. Most just wanted the tournament to proceed as planned, free from political distractions. Officials responded with calm, repeating the mantra, "Zero distraction." FIFA and the bid committee reassured everyone. The plan was unchanged, and focus remained on delivering a world-class event. This united front helped contain the narrative and prevent panic. Experts pointed out the logistical and financial hurdles of any last-minute changes. FIFA's history of handling political interference reassured sponsors and fans. In the end, the heist was captivating, but reality and the tournament remained firmly on track. North America's World Cup history is rich and full of milestones. The U.S. hosted in 1994, shattering attendance records and kickstarting soccer's modern era there. Mexico hosted twice, 1970 and 1986, giving us Pelé's Brazil, Maradona's Hand of God, and legendary stadium moments. Canada, while new to the men's tournament, hosted a record-breaking Women's World Cup in 2015 and several youth events. These successes proved North America's ability to stage world-class tournaments. Fun fact: the wave was popularized at the 1986 World Cup in Mexico. The 1994 final was the first decided by penalties. The 2026 tournament will build on this legacy, creating new memories for a new generation. When the final whistle blows in July 2026, the World Cup's legacy will be about more than the trophy. This tournament is a celebration of unity, 3 nations coming together for a global festival. Millions of fans from over 200 countries will create a vibrant multicultural atmosphere. The legacy will be lasting, more investment, more excitement, and football's place cemented in North American culture. The expanded 48-team format brings new nations into the fold, making the game truly global. Ticket sales are booming, and football legends, like Messi, may make history. The World Cup's drama is unmatched, blending new stories with old traditions. The real story isn't a Canadian heist, but a partnership building bridges across borders. As North America opens its doors to the world, the focus returns to football's unifying power. The legacy will be one of unity, growth, and shared joy, long after the last goal is scored.